In this lesson, I'm going to be showing you how to play the bass line from Stir It Up by Bob Marley. This is a classic reggae song, and it's another great track to work on if you're relatively new to the bass guitar. It's also a great illustration of how effective chord tones can be in a bass line, and we'll talk about that a little bit more in the lesson. Now, if you want to check out a full transcription of this song, make sure you click on the link below. That's going to take you to my free 61-page PDF guide to playing the bass guitar. Loads of useful information on technique in the guide, as well as a transcription of this song and several other simple songs as well. Okay, let's check out the main groove of Stir It Up. The chorus of this song is based on a repeating 2-bar chord structure with a repeating 2-bar bass line. So in the first bar, the chord is A, and we're going to play this bass riff. So we start on the A, which is at the 5th fret of the E string. I've got my second finger on that note. I then move up to the C sharp, 4th fret of the A string, which I'm fretting with my first finger. Now I'm playing a single note on the A, then when I get to the C sharp I play 2 notes, but rhythmically it's a long note followed by a short note. I then move up to a D, single note, and then back to the C sharp, long note and a short note. Like that. That gives us the first bar. In the second bar of the structure, we have 2 chords, D and E. And what we're going to do here is we're going to play arpeggios. So the notes in a D major chord would be D, F sharp and A. If you play all of those notes together, you get a chord, but if you play them in sequence, one at a time, you get an arpeggio, and that's what we're going to do. So we're playing the notes from a D major chord. So we've got the D, 5th fret of the A string, second finger, F sharp, that's at the 4th fret of the D string, first finger, and then my 4th finger is in place to play the A, which is at the 7th fret of the D string. That's the root note, the major third, and the 5th. The 3 notes that you need to make a chord. When the chord changes to E, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to play the chord tones as an arpeggio. So we're going to take what we had for the D chord and just move it all up 2 frets. So we're playing E, G sharp and B. That gives us the notes from an E major chord. Same fingering. Now there's one other note that we just need to squeeze in, and that is before we shift to the E major chord, we're going to play another D quickly. Like that. Okay, that gives us the bass line for the chorus sections of this song. Let's check out what happens in the verse. For the verse sections of this song, we're playing over the same chord structure, but we're going to be playing an even simpler bass line. So let's check out what happens in the first bar of the verse. I'm going to play this. Very simple little riff that just happens on the first and second beats of the bar. Beats 3 and 4 are silent. So we're going to be playing an A, 5th fret of the E string. I recommend your second finger on that note. We then play 2 Bs, which is at the 7th fret of the E string. Your 4th finger can play that note. We then play C sharp at the 4th fret of the A string. First finger will be in position for that. Back to an A. So I'm using what we call the finger per fret system here, because I'm covering 4 frets with 4 fingers. It works really well on this song. Okay, that's the first bar of the verse. In the second bar, the chord changes to D in the first 2 beats, and we're going to take that entire riff and just move it up 1 string. So we're playing D, 2 E's, an F sharp, back to the D. And that's all we need for the verse. Now that structure is repeated around and around now throughout the verse, and there are no variations to speak of here, so fairly simple to play. Now, one thing you might have noticed when I was playing through the track a moment ago is I was using a slightly different technique with my picking hand, and what I was doing was something called the palm muting technique, which works really, really well for reggae tunes. So what I was doing was taking this part of my hand, the side of my palm, and just resting it on the over the strings down by the bridge, and then I was plucking the strings with my thumb. Now this takes a little bit of experimentation to get used to because everyone's hands are different, so you'll need to experiment with the amount of pressure that you apply to the strings, but you should find that it gives you a nice, dull, warm sound that's perfect for reggae. But this kind of thing. That kind of slightly more muted sound, it works really, really nicely on tracks like this, so definitely something for you to experiment with. Okay guys, thanks for checking out this song with me. I hope you enjoyed working through it. Don't forget to click on the link below to download your PDF guide to playing the bass, which contains a transcription of this song and several others. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so you can see more content like this in the future. And if you have any suggestions for songs that you'd like to see me cover in these videos, please let me know in the comments below. Okay, I'll see you in the next video.